Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. We'll take a look at the daily chart first, and then we'll take a look at the smaller time frame. Overall situation hasn't really changed since the last update. It will be interesting to see how the market opens. Yeah, the stock market. So I will post probably some updates after the stock market open on our X account. So check it out because I record this video before the stock market opens. So it will be critical to observe the Nasdaq today, the S&P 500. So yeah, you might want to check out our X profile for some additional updates. There are even more in our gold membership, but I think at the moment, because we've arrived at such a key level now, I mean, the wave count to the downside is full now. Yesterday, we were watching for one more low. Very much possible that this one more low is currently in developing. So the wave count to the downside is full, but we cannot confirm an upside reversal until we get actually a break above some key levels. What kind of levels those are, we're going to take a look at this smaller time frame in a minute. Yeah, bottom line is we're now in a support area. This support area has been on the chart for many months. The initial warning that we would get a deeper correction was a break below, I think it was like 91K, 91,300 or so. It was quite an early warning, given what's happening right now here. So that's why we're using also key support levels, right? So you might remember that we were stuck in this range up here. It was becoming a very narrow range, and it took, however, a break. I can't remember what the level was, 91,300 or 91,600, to indicate that we would get a drop into that, low to mid 80K region. So as I said, that was our signal level, and we're now there, okay? And the wave count is now pretty much full. Why did we then expect a break down to 80 to 85K? Because these were the next main Fibonacci levels. Yeah, so the price was holding here above 91,290, and the price could have taken off from here more directly. But obviously, as you will remember, over the last 2 to 3 weeks, there was no upside impulse really, and the market was just in an indecision phase up there in this range. Now, market made a decision, and when then the price breaks below one Fib level, and you can see how relevant that was, the 91,290 level. So you see the price is respecting these Fibonacci levels, and that is why I assumed, okay, if we break one, we'll likely drop to the next one, which is here at 82K. Now we broke below that, so it is not unlikely that we're going to test 75K or even 69. This would be not unusual in a fourth wave, but 69K, as I said, is quite deep for a fourth wave, even in a diagonal, even though it's absolutely possible. It's valid, right? Perfectly valid. But what I said is that if we get a sustained break below 75K, this would be a bit too deep, also visually for this wave 4. At that point, we might start to get more cautious about the idea we might get another high in this cycle. So we will then have to observe very closely. We'll do that anyway, the structure of the next rally. And if the structure of the next rally is clearly corrective, it might just be this red B wave, which will eventually send us down lower in a more substantial correction. So these are essentially the scenarios. But now we're approaching at a key pivot because we are deep in support. Either way, the next rally should happen soon, rather sooner than later. And that's also because the RSI, the Relative Strength Index, hold on, just want to open is very oversold. I mean, it's approaching like a 2-year low nearly here, okay, at around 20. This is definitely interesting. At some point, buying pressure should come back in. Now, this RSI signal, I don't trust that on altcoin charts. However, on the Bitcoin chart, it is an interesting signal that the oversold RSI, but an oversold RSI does not necessarily confirm that a low is in. It's just a signal the price will have to confirm it, which is why we're tracking the microstructures every single day. And so far, based on our microstructure analysis, a low can't be confirmed yet. And I will tell you, however, in a minute which levels I'm watching on the smaller time frame. So yeah, that being said, I mean, 75,340 is the next Fib level. We might test it. We are already in an area from where a recovery could occur. It's going to be the structure of the next recovery rally that will tell us whether we are in the red count, which would be bear market, or a much larger correction, yeah, or whether the white count is still kind of leading. Yeah, we won't be able to tell the difference until we see the structure of the next rally. But as I said, we're now deep in support. Nothing's broken though. Yeah, no scenario is broken. We are simply in the middle of a larger support area. That support area that we've been watching for the last couple of months. Yeah, since we've entered that range end of November, early December. Now let's take a look at the oops, hold on. Just need to save that. And then we'll take a look at the smaller time frame for Bitcoin. And here, if you watched the previous video today, I mean, the price hasn't really done much since the last video earlier today, but we added some microstructures there. So the move down is currently a 3-wave move labeled A, B, C. And we've got a wave 1, we've got a wave 2, third wave might have actually completed. That's the thing. The third wave might have completed on Wednesday. The problem is that the fourth wave was so weak that I don't trust that this was actually circle wave 4. So again, it's technically full to the downside, but we need to see how the structure of the next rally looks like. And main takeaway from yesterday was the likelihood is we get another low, but actually I wanted to see a larger wave 4. Okay, so that did not unfold as a healthy wave 4, which makes me a bit unsure. The microstructure definitely is not the cleanest because of that. So it might mean we're still in circle wave 3, okay? So we need to be aware of that. Either way, to confirm a low is in whatever structure, we need a 5-wave move above a key level. So I'm tracking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to see 5 waves minimally above yesterday's swing high. Until I see that, the pressure seems down. So 87,100 is the level that I want to see broken. And we have, I already mentioned that on Discord, we have a potentially ugly early 5-wave move up, okay? But this is tiny, so it's not really relevant. I mean, this is really kind of meaningless. So, you know, kind of wake me up when it does something meaningful. These are the vibes I'm getting from this. So it's a bit too small to be really relevant. But I point out what I see. You know, it's just tracking the structures. You know, I'm not calling anything. I'm not calling for a low here. I'm not calling for a bear market top, bull market top, bear market low, whatever. I'm not calling for these things. I'm simply pointing out the structures so you get the key levels that matter. And you can integrate them into your trading, for example. So I think we are quite close to some kind of a low, but it takes a 5-wave move above this level. Strategically, I add here and there, buy spot here and there, but the key is to keeping it small until the price has actually formed a low. Okay, and we can only get that information that the price has formed a low with a 5-wave move up above a key level. And then ideally a corrective pullback could even be a setup for a more aggressive long trade. But until then, while I do buy here and there, I do accumulate here and there, the key is really to keeping it small. So, because this is catching the falling knife, and the knife is still very, very sharp. That's the update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, if you're interested in additional content, make sure that you follow us on our MCO Global channel. That's the main channel where I publish additional content about altcoin season, about on-chain data. Yesterday, I talked about the NASDAQ, so things like that are covered here. Link for this channel is in the description. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.